Today's episode is all about this fragrance called Proud of You Absolute by Fragrance World. It's a men's amber fougere fragrance which you can now buy on eBay for just £19 for a large 100ml sized bottle. And yes, for those of you out there who spotted the remarkable similarity this bottle design has to a very popular men's designer fragrance, would be correct in thinking that it is a dupe or a knockoff of Stronger With You Absolutely by Emporio Armani. And at a quick glance, you could be fooled into thinking that you were seeing the real thing. But the question is, do they smell that similar? And how close is this in terms of its accuracy and its performance to the real deal, which will cost you over 4 times more than this? Well, in today's episode, I'll be doing a side-by-side comparison to compare these two, and I'll be letting you know if this is worth picking up or whether you're better off paying the extra for the OG. Welcome to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again and welcome to this latest episode of Mags Frags. My name's Paul and today's scent of the day is Proud of You Absolute by Fragrance World, who are a dupe house from the Middle East who I think sail a little bit close to the wind in my opinion when it comes to how close they actually get to copying the real fragrances that they're inspired by, both in terms of the bottle design and also the scent accuracy. I own a few bottles from this house now, and like I said in the intro, there's absolutely no doubt in what each one of these is meant to be copying, but there's just enough of a difference to avoid kind of any legal action from the big brand names. And I will be also covering these and some of the others that they do in the line in future upcoming videos. But I was intrigued by this because I do love the Stronger With You line, and I'm coming to the end of my OG bottle, as you can see. So if this is any good, I'll use it and definitely save myself 50 or 60 quid. The bottle, although it looks quite similar and feels as weighty as the original, has an absolutely terrible cap that has absolutely no resistance whatsoever. It just slides straight off and it doesn't click into place at all. So the first time that I tried to get this out of the box, it just wouldn't come. The cap came straight off. So I ended up having to tip the box upside down just to get the bottle out, which wasn't a great start. But although, funnily enough, the cap itself actually feels heavier and a bit more premium quality than the OG, but the design aesthetic and the on the real one looks a little bit classier, and you get some nice banding around the base of it, and you also get a nice better pewter colour. But as you can see, there's absolutely nothing really between these two apart from the name. The shape and the size and everything about them are very, very similar. The spray quality, I don't know if it's because I'm getting to the end on this one, but the spray quality on this one actually delivers a really nice blast, whereas that one's a little bit hit and miss. So, but I think it's just because there's so little juice in it. But in terms of presentation, I think it looks pretty good for the price that you pay. Yeah, so into the note breakdown, and the top notes in this are rum, elemi resin and bergamot. In the heart we've got lavender and davana, and the base notes are chestnut, Madagascan vanilla, cedar and patchouli. Okay, so to anyone that hasn't smelled the original Stronger With You Absolutely, it's basically a rich, warm, sweet-smelling fragrance with lots of nuttiness, and it's the chestnut note that's actually the key ingredient in the whole line, and everything else just kind of centres around it. But with the Absolutely flanker, you get some booziness from the rum note in the opening, and also more of a woody undertone, which is like a charred wood, which I'd say makes it perfect to wear in the cooler months of the autumn and winter, or on any cooler evening when you just want a scent that smells really cosy and comforting. The vanilla provides oodles of sweetness, and it's a really high quality smelling aroma. And I have done a full review of the original in my 365 project, so if you want to also go and check that out, feel free to check it out. But I'd say there's no need, because this Proud of You absolute copy well and truly nails it with every element of the scent DNA. And even testing them side by side, I literally can't tell them apart. It's scarily close, and even when I'm super concentrated and trying my best to pick up on even the most subtle difference between the two, it's so difficult to find even like a 5% variation between them both. And right from the opening spray through the dry down, and even as they both fade away at the very end, it's still almost impossible to split them and to tell them apart. But I will say I have had this one sitting on a shelf for a few weeks now, because I haven't had time to kind of get around to review it. So it has had a while to fully macerate, and this bottle was produced in mid-2022 anyway, so it's I would say it's fully matured by now. But honestly, it smells pretty much spot on to my nose. And before anyone types in the comments saying that I'm being paid to talk about it, I want you to know that I'm not being paid a single penny to review this scent, or any other fragrance from this brand for that matter, and I don't have any affiliation with them whatsoever. So if you don't trust my honesty on this one and don't believe how good it is, then it's your loss. Yeah, like I said, this is definitely a cool or a cold weather scent with more of a nighttime dressed up feel to it. So a good one to wear as a clubbing scent or to wear on a date night, and I think it'd be suitable for guys of any age to wear. I could also see it being fine to wear casually outdoors in the autumn and winter. But if you want to wear a similar scent DNA in the warmer months of the year, or as a day scent, then you're better off kind of picking up something like the only version in the original flankers, or the freeze, because these have more of a citrusy daytime quality to them. But I haven't actually come across a dupe of either of those yet, so you might have to go with the original ones if you're looking for something for the daytime. This is an eau de parfum concentration, and before I first sprayed it, I kind of imagined that it had smelled similar to the original for maybe half an hour or so, and then it'd just fade away. But no, it matches the original both in projection and longevity, which is no mean feat, because this is a really, really good performer. And I tested them both on skin and on tester strips, and again, at no point did one ever seem stronger than the other, and both will easily get you through a full night out with a really strong projection, and you'll still be able to smell this on your clothes the following day after wearing it. Yeah, so in summary, in my opinion, I would say that these are too close to justify the price difference, so there's absolutely no reason that I'm going to be renewing my bottle of this original when it finally runs out, now that I've got this one. I'm not one of those collectors that asks to have all the originals and every flanker in the line, and if a dupe smells really good and really accurate, then if I can save £50, then great. So I'm not too precious about all that other stuff. And for £19, you honestly can't go wrong with this one. It smells super sexy, very masculine, and it performs great too. It's just a shame about the cap being so naff, but apart from that, it gets a straight 10 out of 10 from me in terms of value for money. Okay, so that's about it for this particular episode. But don't forget, I will be talking about a few more of these super dupes in some future upcoming episodes. And I've also got some brand new designer fragrances to give my first impressions on, which should have actually been here today, but there's been a bit of a delay in the postage, and they're coming from Spain. So as soon as the postman arrives in his little red van, I will be giving my thoughts on those. And as always, guys, if you have got any value from this video and you found it useful in any way, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. As you know, it's always great to hear your opinions and your thoughts and your critiques on all of the fragrances that featured in these reviews, so don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So once again, thank you very much for tuning into this episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.